Ever since the historic pay-per-view All In, Wembley Stadium, London, all the way back in August, a certain figure, somebody wearing the devil's mask, has been appearing on AEW programming, and they have been causing chaos whenever they do show up on television. As we saw last night on Dynamite, they attacked the Acclaimed backstage. This after MJF just retained his championship, his world championship, against Danny Garcia. And the question ever since has been that all wrestling fans have been asking themselves is, who is under that devil's mask? Because for the most part, that devil's mask was synonymous with the devil himself, MJF. He used it at All In Wembley, if I'm not mistaken. He made his return at All Out about a year and a half ago, wearing that very same mask and that use of the song. I'm blanking on the song's name, but that was an iconic moment in AEW history, in my point of view. So a lot of fans have been discussing who could be under that mask, because at some point in time, at some point in the very near future, that figure should be revealed, and he should reveal himself to MJF, because that's going to be a future world title feud. And that just adds up even more to the plate of Maxwell Jacob Friedman, because he's got to face off against Jay White and get back his world championship, even though he's still the world champion. But he has to recuperate the title belt itself against Jay White in the main event of Full Gear. Samoa Joe vacated his Ring of Honor TV championship in hopes of vying for the world champion. Wardlow has made his intentions clear that he's going to take everything away from Maxwell Jacob Friedman at some point in time. But I don't see any of those three figures or anybody in the Bullet Club Gold, the Bang Bang Gang, being under that devil's wearing under that mask. Excuse me. Now, a lot of fans are speculating it could be a CM Punk, alluding to the fact that the greatest trick the devil ever played was convincing people that he didn't exist. That could certainly be the case, although that would be a really deep cut and a really big swerve in terms of AEW, Tony Khan, CM Punk himself, in terms of that backstage incident at All In, which resulted in the firing of Mr. Phil Brooks. I mean, anything is possible in professional wrestling. It could turn out to be CM Punk. I'm hoping it's not. You already know my feelings on Mr. Phil Brooks in terms of the professional wrestling industry. So, but you can't discard that. At first, when he first appeared, when the mystery figure first appeared, I thought it was Adam Cole. I thought, and I still think it would be a perfect swerve, perfect red herring if it's Adam Cole along with Roderick Strong and the rest of the Kingdom, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett. Those are the surefire, the pretty much obvious answers in terms of who's wearing that mask and who are the rest of the people helping or attacking MJF's allies during the past few weeks. I think that's a very real possibility. I think it would be the best storyline proposition possible. The only issue being Adam Cole is legitimately injured, so he's going to be out for quite a while, so we need something that could pay off the storyline pretty damn soon. I'm hoping at the very latest, early January. And then we have the one man who I think is under that mask. And a man that I believe that could change things in terms of how they view him, in terms of the AEW food chain, the totem pole. It's a man that already lost two world championship matches earlier in the year. That Four Pillars 4-way match at Double or Nothing, and then against Okada at, what was the pay-per-view? I forgot the pay-per-view. Later, what was it? Forbidden Door, yeah. And of course I'm talking about Jack Perry. Now here's the thing, I don't want to see MJF versus Jack Perry, singles match, singles feud, at least not the Jack Perry that we had as Jungle Boy, but if they can pull it off, and it is, in fact, Jack Perry under that mask, that presents Jack Perry himself in a very different light. that positions Jack Perry in a very different way, to the point that maybe he could be a real threat to MJF's world title reign for the first time in his entire career. Because as Jungle Boy, he was just not that. Not even in the Four Pillars match. Not even against Okada at Forbidden Door. But Jack Perry, and it would kind of be poetic of sorts, because Jack Perry, he was also involved in that incident against CM Punk at Wembley. He's currently suspended. We haven't seen him on AEW TV since. And this, introducing him as the Devil, or MJF's Devil, his rival, would be the perfect way to bring him back into the limelight, bring him back into the spotlight, and practically make him a surefire main eventer from the jump. But again, that's just my point of view. It could be Jack Perry. It could be, hopefully, Adam Cole. But again, he's injured. He's going to be out for quite a while. But that would have been the perfect lead into Adam Cole getting another shot at MJF's Triple B. Or it could be, in the most obscure cases, and just one of the biggest heists, if you could call it that, of all time in professional wrestling, with CM Punk under that mask. Props to AEW for pulling that off, but again, that just means you tricked everybody in the back too. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. But in the meantime, I like that AEW and Tony Khan are leading more into this storyline. It's something really to sink your teeth into in terms of actual stories, and it's not just pro wrestling. After all, we are in sports entertainment. You need something to draw the fans in, and this storyline is just that. So with that said, what are your thoughts? Who do you think is under that mask? Who do you think is the devil currently in AEW? And who are you expecting? Who do you want it to be? Leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. In the meantime, tune in later on tonight to Access TV for another episode of Impact Wrestling. I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.